Good morning. My name is Lynn and I'm a PhD in nursing student at Georgia Baptist College of Nursing at Mercer University. Today I'm using Camtasia recording software, and because it's a free trial, you'll see a watermark on my slides. The purpose of my presentation today is to present my grant proposal, and I'm asking for funding to support my research in holistic nursing simulation. While simulation in nursing and holistic nursing are found in the literature extensively, a literature review pertaining to holistic nursing simulation revealed actually a lack of scholarly articles. In fact, no articles were retrieved. I have three specific aims for my study, and the first one is to develop an instrument measuring holistic principles and competencies during the simulation experience. Aim number two, to assess the student's abilities of holistic competency during simulation. And aim number three, to assess the impact of holistic competency during simulation while integrating critical thinking and care delivery for the patient. And this is in the pre-licensure nursing student. The simulated experience has been integrated into nursing curricula for over 40 years in many various forms. Simulation is an active learning strategy that allows nursing students to connect theoretical content with clinical skills. The practice environment is safe, and it allows the student to navigate through clinical scenarios using clinical reasoning and decision making. The Quality, Safety, and Education for Nurses, or more commonly known as QSIN, has established goals for nursing education so that future nurses have the requisite knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to work safely in the healthcare system. Holistic nursing care is an integrative exploration that places the patient at the center and addresses the whole person, including physical, emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and environmental influences that can affect health. Holistic nursing care seeks to maintain optimal health behaviors and human flourishing, and to maintain illness and to heal illness and disease. The National Council of State Boards of Nursing, or NCSBN, has stated that the simulated experience can substitute for as much as 50% of the clinical instruction. It's understood that the simulated experience can assess knowledge and performance of skills, but are these simulated experiences evaluating the whole person? In a concept analysis of holistic nursing simulation by Cohen and Bonney, published in 2018, an operational definition was established, and I'm going to read it for you. The integration of clinical decision-making and holistic nursing care encompassing a simulated patient's mind, body, and spirit facilitate the learning in a safe and controlled environment with the goal of quality professional nursing care to improve patient outcomes. Additionally, there's an holistic nursing competence scale that was developed by Takase and Teraoka that was published in 2011. This evaluates the self-assessment of the nurse's ability to effectively demonstrate a set of attributes. While this instrument does assess holistic practice, it's not applicable for the simulated experience. So why is this study necessary? I see two important reasons why you should consider funding this grant. First, an appropriate instrument needs to be developed to fully assess the nursing student's ability to care holistically for the patient during the simulated experience. And second, this research will gain insight into holistic competencies during the simulated experience, including physical, emotional, and spiritual care. The work will be divided into two phases. First is the instrument development phase. questions for the survey will be based upon the standards for holistic nursing practice. I've listed them for you here. And the subscales will include domains of philosophical principles such as connectedness. They're grounded in nursing knowledge and nursing process, therapeutic environment, and effective communication and ways of knowing. The working title of the new instrument is Holistic Nursing Simulation Competency Scale with 4 possible subscales. I anticipate the survey to have about 30 questions using a Likert type scale. I will ask the content experts to rate the items and make adjustments as needed. I might also consider pilot testing the new instrument on nursing faculty for further clarity of the survey. After careful consideration, I think the best design for this study is a convergent parallel mixed methods design because I'd really like to obtain complementary data on the same topic. I think we need to better understand holistic nursing simulation in order to best guide our future nurses. The setting for my study is a community college of nursing offering an associate degree in nursing. Participants who are eligible include currently enrolled students in the final course of the curriculum. I estimate that about 84 participants will be needed. And these participants will be from the same sample and more than likely of the same size. I do realize that I might have to collect data from 2 cohorts in consecutive semesters in order to meet the power of the study. I propose the following steps for the procedure of my research study. I will obtain IRB approval from the Georgia Baptist College of Nursing at Mercer, as well as from the participating College of Nursing. All students will receive a letter of recruitment, which explains the study's purpose and the procedures. It will also include it will outline an opt-out procedure should the participant decline or withdraw after starting the study. Then, it's time for the students to participate in the simulated experience and the debriefing activity following the simulation. At that time, I plan to administer 2 surveys, which should take no longer than 45 minutes to complete. I will send them via email using SurveyMonkey. The surveys are continuous, and with the first survey collecting demographic data. And at the conclusion of the demographic survey, the Holistic Nursing Simulation Competency Scale, those questions will begin. And then lastly, after the last question is answered, 2 text boxes will appear for the participants to enter their typed response into 2 open-ended questions. Then I will move into the data analysis phase of the study. I will analyze the 2 strands separately. For the qualitative strand, I will complete first cycle coding and perhaps use a descriptive coding method, but I want to remain open for that. Second cycle coding may or may not be necessary. I'll have to evaluate that once all the data is actually collected. And then themes will be derived. Excuse me. For the quantitative strand, using SPSS software, I will run descriptive statistics and then inferential statistics. I'll look at correlations between the items and determine the internal consistency, reliability coefficient of the subscale and of the entire scale. Then I'll merge the data. I want to identify content areas that are represented in both data sets and compare and contrast and synthesize the results. I want to, next I will interpret the merged results and put that in a summary and possibly a table as well. I will also discuss the results from the 2 strands and how they converge, diverge, or produce a more complete understanding of holistic nursing simulation. For the investigator research team, I will be the PI. While I do have many years of experience in various clinical settings, for the last 10 years I've practiced in an academic setting. Admittedly, a novice researcher, um, but I have been educated in design research methods within my doctoral program. I also will have a co-PI who has published numerous articles and a book on holistic nursing. The third member of my team is a research assistant who is a graduate nursing student. For content validity of my newly created scale, I have an expert panel of reviewers that have many years of experience of nursing faculty and are certified in holistic nursing. 4 of these reviewers have published articles on various holistic nursing topics. I feel very confident in their abilities to review my newly created instrument. The research environment is very important for the success of my study. I do have access for use of the simulation mannequin and the laboratory. I do have support from administration for both the college where I'm employed and the College of Nursing where the study is to take place, as well as support from the lead instructor in the course. I believe the study is necessary not only to develop an appropriate instrument to be used for evaluation during holistic nursing simulation, but also possibly have a greater impact on nursing where all of the cues and competencies, knowledge, skills, and abilities are fully and holistically evaluated in order to prepare the contemporary nurse to meet the challenges in healthcare today. I have prepared a budget for this grant proposal. The funds needed to complete the study are $5,000, which is the full amount of the funding opportunity. About 40% of the budget is allocated for travel to present the study's findings at the National Convention for Holistic Nurses. That's in June of 2019. Personnel expenses account for about 55% of the budget, including time for a statistician, expert panel reviewers, and a research assistant. So I thank you so much for your consideration of my grant proposal. Should you have any questions, I've listed my contact information here. And I have included my references that I have used to present this grant proposal. Thank you so much.